Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our second episode of the night of Charlie and the Boys. I'm your host, Stephen Chalico. And of course, joining with me again are both the co hosts, Will and Stash. Gentlemen, how are you doing tonight after that feisty discussion uh, of the coaching staff?
Ready for more.
Okay, good. Stash, you ready?
I'm ready to talk some
Ready.
free agents.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to go over some restricted and unrestricted free agents that are currently with the Dallas Cowboys. See, we're talking about who we think should be coming back, probably not coming back, all that kind of good stuff. So we're just going to go down the list here, and I'm just pulling this off of some kind of actually sketchy website. So no specific order here, unless somebody wants to start with something first. No?
No,
Got it.
save it to the end.
Anthony Barr. Will.
Get him out of here.
Okay. You
Go.
want him back? Oh. Stash fucking thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, come on. 20 years, he said.
Yeah, I wouldn't bring him back either. Not. No. Yeah, you're not missing anything from that.
Fine
Anthony
player.
Brown.
I bring him back.
He gone.
Okay, interesting. I would try to bring him back on a 1 year deal, maybe like a prove it deal, right? Like, hey man, you just got hurt, season wasn't too hot, come back for a year, make it look good, and then you know maybe go get yourself your last contract and ride it out.
Right.
I I want to see more of Deron Bland and Israel Mukwamu. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree,
Still
but
need
I
another
also
corner,
don't
though.
think if you
you got
Jordan
Jordan Lewis.
Get him out of here.
But I
Or he's-
don't think if you sign Anthony Brown to, assume it's a 1 year deal. I don't know how feasible that is. He doesn't have to be a progress stopper. That's just a dude you have on the fucking squad that he's not necessarily a liability. Some would disagree with that. I it's a safe corner.
He's a veteran NFL quarterback. Or cornerback, sorry.
Quarterback, yeah. Noah Brown.
Yeah. I bring him back.
Fuck him. Nah, kick that dude to the fucking curb. The Noah Brown experience is over.
should be, but they'll
You
bring him
know,
back.
I'm making this comment based on like it's going to cost him like $1.25 million or $2 million or whatever. I mean, I'm not saying like if he asks for 5 million, yeah, get him the fuck out of here. But I'm thinking about like, is he going to be realistic? You know what I mean?
Realistic. I mean, I don't want him here. Realistically, he'll probably be here.
He doesn't do anything for you. He is a fifth receiver. And like I mean, if he's going to be your fifth receiver, then sure. But this whole fucking third receiver, some days he's your second receiver. I mean, that's not a good look, man. That's not. I mean,
I don't think
good for him.
I don't think they
but,
ever wanted him to be the third receiver.
Well, I mean, you fucking tell the front office that because that was
Well, no,
exactly
I mean,
what
I
they.
think they didn't have a choice as soon as Tolbert didn't pan out. Because if Tolbert pans out and Washington doesn't get hurt, then he might be your fourth or fifth receiver. I'm not saying Washington ended up being good either. I mean, they moved on from him, blah blah blah, and they ended up having to get Hilton. But if Tolbert was any good at all, and Gallup came back when he did, then Noah Brown is your fourth, fifth receiver, right?
He's your fourth, and I think that's even pushing it. I don't know.
I think.
I mean,
I
maybe
think
that's a
if you
minor detail, but
if you bring him back, you have to bring back other guys or get other receivers as well.
100%.
I mean,
Yeah.
isn't also? I mean, tell me Noah Brown's not replaced by a six-down receiver you just draft that can block because he
You've been
blocked in
saying that
college.
for
I mean, you
years.
could find
It's just
that.
never.
Yeah, but I mean, his contract is up now, right? Like they don't have to re-sign him.
Right. They could definitely get a cheaper option at the position, for sure.
I mean,
If that's what you're getting at, like the same kind of guy for
yeah,
a
just
little
get a
bit less
20-year-old
money.
version of Noah
Yeah,
Brown
right,
now. I mean,
right.
that's out there. I don't have that name, but whatever. Dante Fowler Jr.
I move on from him.
Probably, yeah. You should. I'd move on.
Yeah, I think I would too, actually. I wouldn't have
Sam
a
Williams
problem if he
time.
came back, but yeah, Sam Williams is there, and you're really hoping to get that dude reps. Not that Fowler was stopping that from happening, but I think that becomes a progress stopper faster than
I think
anything
that's
else.
another one you can get a like fourth or fifth round defensive end come in
I
and
mean,
take those reps.
Yeah, I mean that's also. I mean, I know Golson was playing a lot of defensive tackle too, but I mean that's another guy who gets, even if it's a couple more snaps a game. I mean that's cheap labor that they want on the field already anyway. So there's
Luke
another
Gifford.
name to add to it. Bye.
Bye. But he'll probably be back. Another special teams guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
But
so
like
too.
at some point though, they do just have to replace that guy with the same guy, and it costs half the money, right? Because I mean,
Right.
I don't know how much money he's making. He's not making a lot of money, but even if it's like $1 million, they could sign, the fifth or
Actually, he's
sixth.
probably. I'm changing my mind. He's gone because they got a couple linebackers like that were hurt and things like that. He's gone.
True.
Yeah, I think he's gone as well, and I agree, right? Like, so his salary last year was 1.1. You get almost two guys super cheap that could be special teamers at that price,
Yeah.
and probably the same impact. CJ Goodwin.
Same thing. Gone.
Been saying gone for a while. Yeah, he's gone. He'll be
Yeah,
gone.
he's old too. I didn't realize he's 32. I didn't realize that.
You got a special teamer already.
Kelvin
That's cheap.
Joseph. Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Sean
man.
Wright. Oh.
Oh yeah, maybe Nick
Oh,
Sean
yeah,
Wright
I meant
too.
to say Kelvin Joseph. Yeah, but yeah, same thing.
No, you're right. Yeah, Calvin Joseph was who I was going
Yeah,
with.
man.
But
Kelvin Joseph forced that fumble.
yeah,
True.
he gave you a shot.
He tried to let Dak make a play, but what are you gonna do?
Put Boss Man Fat at quarterback. Jonathan Hankins.
Yes, bring him back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm bringing him back. I don't know that is Bohanna even this big? Like Hankins is a big dude. Like
Hankins bigger than Hana, I think.
he's got to be right. Like so, I mean, I'm bringing back Hankins and hopefully letting Bohanna get rotational snaps, and then I think you start with the clean slate the following year at your nose tackle.
I'll say this: if it's a 1 year deal or it's a 2 year deal and the second year doesn't make any money, like a fake year or whatever, then I'm in.
Yeah.
But there is. I mean, there's 50 Jonathan Hankins in the league.
I don't know about that, man. I mean, there's 50 sloppy motherfuckers out there, but I don't. I mean, Hankins played pretty
He
well.
did. Oh, he
I
100% did.
mean,
Yeah, but I'm just saying he's a
Holy
30-year-old veteran. What?
The Cowboys website has Quentin Bohanna as
350?
6'4", 360.
Oh.
And Jonathan Hankins as 6'2",
Okay.
320.
that's
No.
not real. Those numbers
But
are
it's the
fucking
difference.
slop,
It's
dude.
it's those 3 inches of height does make a difference in the guttation. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I mean, I'd rather not find Jonathan Hankins in a dark alley before fucking Bohanna.
Ohana, no.
T.Y. Hilton.
Bye.
By T.Y.
Here's a good one. Brett Maher.
I'll go first. I say bring them back, but they better bring somebody else, a real kicker in also to go against him.
I'd bring him back.
Yeah, I'd go with what Will said. Yeah, I have no problem bringing him back, right? Like he was near perfect in the regular season, extra points and field goals. Um, I hopefully, he just had the fucking yips or whatever at Tampa, and that was a one-off. But I think you do bring. I mean, I think every year you got to bring in another kicker. I mean, you can never trust any kicker besides Justin Tucker, and even then, there's going to be a day where Justin Tucker falls off, just like Dan Bailey did, and you can never trust him again. Unfortunately, that day's coming, right? But and I just think you can say that for every kicker. You can't trust any of those motherfuckers. Um, Probably the most unreliable dudes on your team, actually, or not unreliable, untrustworthy, whatever. Connor McGovern.
I mean, I bring him back.
All
I
depends. Price.
I think you have to.
Instead of saying that, let's say the price is relevant to like the market or a fair price, whatever that guy's supposed to get in his position. Do you bring him back?
No.
So what are we just saying? Fucking starting
I'm
left
only
guard
bringing
money.
it back below market value.
Oh yeah, I mean, if he comes back, if he says, all right, they got nothing else, I can get him back. Of course, then yeah. I mean, because he's still in, whatever. But
But no, I'm not paying him market value.
okay.
Uh,
What about you, Steve?
I mean, what are we saying? Well, I mean, what are you saying is market value right now? Are you saying the top of the line, or like what the average of the market is? Because
Yes, the average.
the average of
Yes,
the
the average.
market is fucking like $5 million.
Right.
I would bring McGovern back at $5
Like,
million.
what did Connor Williams? Connor Williams got $7 million a
Connor
year
Williams
last
got
year.
7,
Right.
and
So I would
he's a
I would
top
assume
7
Connor
paid left guard.
McGovern. Well, he's playing center in Miami.
Okay, but McGovern's not your center, so.
Right. No. Yeah. I know. Yeah. So I'm saying he's going to get less than Connor Williams got. Unless Jason Garrett gets the
I
head
also
coaching
said
job.
5 million, and
Yeah.
he made
No,
7 million, so
I
that would be
was
less.
okay with $5 million.
Nope. No thanks.
I mean, I know you don't have, or I'm sure you don't have a name to put there. I mean, what are you doing at left guard then?
Peters.
I'm putting Tyler Smith at left guard.
Who's your fucking left tackle? Say Tyron Smith, dude. I will end this podcast right now. Tyron Smith is done. They're gonna convince that fucking idiot to retire this year.
As of right now, he's on the roster, so I'm taking Tyron Smith and putting him at left tackle.
That is a fucking horrible plan. That would be the front office just committing suicide if they just let that happen. Like, he should be at best your fucking swing tackle.
Come on, man.
Dude can't play 16 games. He hasn't played 16 games since fucking Vietnam.
Well, that's why you
if he
bring
didn't
back
have
Jason
him,
Peters too.
What?
Bring back Jason Peters.
Jason Peters can't even play a full game, let alone a full season.
You don't need him to play a full season. He's your swing tackle.
you gotta get a couple snaps.
Yeah.
Look at Josh Ball. He's coming up.
Yeah. Jesus fuck. Back to the list. Where's the list?
Yeah, who's next?
I'm bringing McGovern back at market value, or fair market value. I mean, he only made 2.5 last year. Jake McQuaid. I don't know. I mean, that does nothing for me. I'm sure he could.
Long snapper. I mean, how much do they make?
1.1.
Oh, but he's good though.
Yeah,
right.
Good.
So yeah, I'm bringing him back.
Didn't he get hurt?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
is he
He's
now
Fossil's
injury
boy
prone?
too, I believe.
Oh my God. Is Dak injury prone? Roasted.
I suppose you could make the argument. Trayvon Mullen.
No. Bye.
No. Yeah. Matt Overton.
That's the dude that replaced McQuaid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to bring one of them back, I guess, right? Because I mean, you don't like just go draft a long snapper.
They're bringing back McQuade. Overton's gone.
Yeah.
That's what's his face's boy, Fossil's boy from LA, right?
Yeah, it is. McQuaid is.
Yeah.
Right.
They cut LP to bring in Jake McQuaid.
LP was about 97 years old though. That made sense.
Jason.
They didn't want him to.
Peters.
They didn't want him to break Witten's record.
Jason Peters, why not? If he's gonna play another year, why not?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to bringing back Peters. I mean, for the exact same role he had this year, if you're not going to bring back McGovern, aka Stash, then you're going to need somebody to play the position because you can't draft people at all these positions, you know.
But you have Let's-Go. I understand he's kind of a experiment, maybe, but like,
But
I mean, that dude, like, get that dude on the field at some point. What?
Can't Let's-Go play guard?
I don't. He's kind of. I don't know. I would assume he's way too big for that position. Like, the dude's like fucking 7 feet tall.
Too tall. Yeah.
Oh.
Dak would just hit him in the back of the head.
He'd hit something.
I'm not saying Let's-Go's like the next fucking great thing, but I mean, Peters is going to be 41. He can't give you a full game. Sure, if he's your swing tackle, you're not worried about that. But I mean, it's the same as Tyron Smith, man. Like,
you know what? You sold me. Get him out of here.
Fuck him.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, let's just get another young dude in there, and then if the young guys don't pan out just like they did this year, then you just bring back Peters or Peters Jr. next year, and you just because he's always like, oh, that guy's always out there.
I'm not gonna argue with it. He can go.
Yeah. We'll remember this in fucking 8 months when fucking you're like, oh, we'd be winning these games if we had Peters or fucking something wild like that.
He did help you win that one game going in to play right tackle instead of Josh Ball.
But
I mean, that was against the Texans, right?
We'd know more about Josh Ball than we're trying to learn about Dak next year. Maybe we need to learn about Josh Ball too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because that's a roster spot, brother.
really give Dak the test.
We-
Just fucking constant Josh Ball right tackle, dude. Figure it out, bro.
Well, yeah, that a quick release. It's good coaching right there.
Um, I got two names right here. I'm not really sure which one to start with because I think one's gonna upset Stash.
Oh no, Dak.
Okay.
Cooper Rush.
Oh, okay.
Cooper Rush can go.
Dude's better than Dak, man. He lost less games than Dak, that's for sure.
Big true. I don't care. He's not special.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that you could afford to bring him back.
Yeah,
Somebody's
that's-
going to be
that's
dumb
another
enough to
problem.
pay him.
That's the thing. Go let somebody sign him and get the comp pay.
Yeah. No, I agree. I wouldn't fight to bring. I mean, if he'll come back for backup money, sure. But I think somebody's going to be crazy enough to give him a couple of $1 million.
Low end back money though.
Well, you got what's his name too already as your
Danucci? Oh, Will Greer.
no, Will Greer.
We do have Ben DiNucci though. Good point.
Tony Pollard.
It's the hardest one of them all, isn't it?
I'm letting him walk. I like Tony Pollard. I'm upset Dallas essentially wasted his rookie contract and probably ruined his career. I let him walk.
We'll franchise him.
But why?
Why? Because I'm cutting Zeke.
So what?
So what? All
Zeke,
in on the
running
ball.
back.
So I mean, yeah, but like saying you're cutting Zeke is not a reason to bring back Tony Pollard, considering Zeke is possibly one of the most inefficient running backs this year. Like, so
Well,
I
I'm
mean,
saying
you're just cutting dead weight.
I'm freeing up money by cutting Zeke to give it to Pollard for a year, and we're on the Pollard and Malik train.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
I mean,
like that.
I think you get on the fucking Malik and insert draft pick
Fourth
here
round.
and do
Yeah.
it even cheaper and get the same thing. I don't know.
That dude from Texas in the first round with the 26th pick.
Chill.
I don't know if I don't think I like that. One, I don't think it's gonna happen. Two, and I don't know if I like it.
Was it Baji Robinson?
Yeah,
Bijan
I don't even have to say the first. Yeah,
Bijan
Robinson.
Robinson.
Bijan Robinson. Dude, yeah, I mean the dude's apparently a freak and would be a game changer, but I mean, so is Zeke.
You don't go running back in the first round.
The Chiefs are drafting him. Wherever they are, they're going to trade up for him. That's a Chiefs pick right there.
So will you bring back Tony Pollard? Didn't.
I would franchise tag him. I would not extend him at all though.
Okay.
But I do agree. I could be okay with what you just let him go.
Yeah, the only way I'm bringing him back is franchise tag or you get him cheap somehow. But that has to be cheap.
See when he first got hurt, I was like, oh, he's screwed. But I mean, he put enough tape out there that people know what he can do. So I think you're right. Somebody that's got a gazillion dollars on the market's like, fuck it, let's just give him. We know he's gonna be a little slow this year or whatever. He'll come back mid-year or whatever, and then he'll be ready to go next year or whatever. The year
where he
after.
could go. Philly's gonna have a freaking running back spot open.
Why is that?
Miles Sanders is a free agent.
They'll bring him back. Miles Sanders.
Or they'll get Bijan Robinson. That's a Philly move.
Yeah.
I mean, they have the draft capital to not waste, but like just do it and not really have a negative impact. Dalton Schultz.
Fine.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, agreed. Leighton Vander Esch.
Sign him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you have
one,
to.
I wouldn't have said that at the start of the year, but
Nope.
he looked really good.
100% agreed.
Okay, but there's no way they're getting him back at the same deal they signed him for. So they are going to have to pay him a little bit more. I don't know if it's 1 million or a couple million more, or whatever. What do you think about that part, though?
I think you do it.
Okay.
Because your other linebackers that you're hoping to pair him with are all on rookie deals, and they're not up for a while.
They haven't really proven anything, any of them either, right?
No. And if you bring back Hankins, the combination of him and Hankins did a lot to fix your run defense. So I think you gotta re-sign him.
I mean, so would you rather have Bobby Wagner or LVE?
LVE.
LVE.
Okay.
Probably half the money too.
Would you pay LVE $10 million a year?
No.
I'm not sure anybody is because he does have a history of the neck issues,
The
and I
neck.
think you know,
That's why I'm cutting Conor McGovern so I can give LVE like an extra million or two.
And the Bucks are paying Devin White 7.3.
he's top
So
flight though, man.
Oh yeah, I'm not
seven
I'm not
point
comparing
three
the
for Devin
player. I'm
White. So
just
what?
trying to look at the
LVE's
contracts.
Oh, but
what?
he's on a rookie contract though too, isn't he? Devin White's from LSU
I
a
thought he
couple
was
years
out of
ago, isn't
that
he?
already.
I can't.
You
Jesus
could be
Christ, now
right.
I'm getting old.
Oh,
What
you're right.
is
Yeah, 2024 undrafted free. Okay, yeah, so he's still on his last
what
year
is
of his rookie deal.
what does Spotrac say his contract should be?
So I just gotta go to all these cool websites.
Yeah.
Oh man, Stu Ball.
I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of okay with paying LV whatever. Not whatever. Don't get me wrong. Not paying him fucking Roquan Swift money, but
Yeah, no sir. I'm out on that too. Yeah.
James Washington. I assume everybody's saying no there.
Didn't
I'm not here.
didn't I didn't they cut him already? I saw him
Yeah,
on the list, but didn't they cut him?
Yeah, but
Waived him? Oh, maybe they waived him though.
he's still going to be a free agent this year. Either way, and I mean they had him under Dallas's roster, so
Oh,
I
okay,
don't know.
okay.
But you're right. Yeah, I mean he did sign with the Giants, right? Or the Giants claimed him. I don't know. Whatever. Either way, not bringing him
Okay.
back.
So LVE got $2 million this past year.
Yep.
I wonder if I honestly don't know. Does 5 million get it done?
I don't think so.
Does somebody say, all right, man, 2 years, 13 million or something? You know what I mean? Like 2 and 10 guaranteed or some shit. You know what I mean?
I mean, you're obviously not getting anything out of Jabril Cox.
Yeah, but
Micah's really not a
if they
linebacker.
remove from LVE, I wonder if that's the first dude they go to, right? Cox is the first dude to get. Not saying he deserves it. I'm just saying like that's a dude they like to give their guys on a roster chances.
I mean, I would just hope that's the right move. I think if that's your plan, you needed to know that this year, and you should have given Cox some snaps. I understand you were in a position to go play. You were in the divisional round of the playoffs, right? You were in a position to play for the championship games. Um, I still think there's space in there. You could have given Cox some fucking
Is there
more
something else wrong with
snaps.
him that we
There's
just don't know about yet?
there's just got to be, right? I don't,
Like really quiet on his whole situation, right?
They are.
Like we just didn't hear like nothing.
I mean, it says something when the dude that comes off of like spinal fusion surgery gets playing time before he does.
Backiotomy.
I mean, you're not wrong there.
Carlos Watkins.
I like Carlos Watkins. Come back, same money. He's a veteran. He's not getting paid.
He can go.
I'm either way. I would actually like to see him come back. He made some really nice big plays for you. Will said he's a veteran, been around the league. I think he does come back in probably a vet minimum deal again. Why not? If he comes back on a vet minimum deal, worst comes to worst, you find someone better, you cut him and lose no sleep. So
because they did, if I remember, they did cut him at the end of last year and then brought him back, right?
I don't recall.
In like the middle of the year, because he wasn't on the team or he was inactive the first couple. Oh yeah, I have to go back on that. Fuck. All right, sorry.
Dono.
Bring him back.
Yes, yeah.
You kind of have to bring him back.
Have to.
You're probably gonna have to pay him a decent chunk of change, which is also kind of funny because this was somebody I had mentioned could have been a surprise cut last year. I mean, and you giggle, man. There was a good chance of that, right? Like they liked Mukuamu. I think they like Mukuamu now at corner, and they liked Bell. They still like Marquise Bell.
I think that we agree, Steve, on a lot of stuff. I think that's like that might be one of the biggest things we disagreed on over the year. Like I would not have said anything about Donovan Wilson being cut at all, right? But that was something you were like, not saying you were saying was going to happen, but something you're like surprised, like that would have legitimately surprised me.
Yeah, I wouldn't have
Here's
been
the thing
shocked at all.
on Donovan Wilson. I would 100% bring him back. I do not think he's coming back.
No, he's coming back. I'll put a
I
12
think
pack
he
on
will
that
be
right now.
priced out of Dallas.
Nah, Dan Quinn's bringing him back. I think if you lost Dan Quinn, Dono went wherever Dan Quinn went.
I mean, you made a good point though that they have Curse for another year. Hooker's gone, right? Because he was a 1-year deal, right? Or was he two? Did they give 2 years to Hooker?
They gave 2 years, I
One of
believe.
them was a
But they
3-year
do
deal, and the
have.
other was a 2-year deal.
Okay, so I think he's got one either way, but they do have Bell and McQuamu still on, and McQuamu's
And they've got
really good player.
Coyle, who they like, who
True.
saw some time at. They have a ton of safeties, so I think Dono might be the odd man out.
And that makes me sick though,
I hate to
because
get
he's a fucking playmaker.
I hate to get gay right now, but Donovan Wilson's the only dude in that backfield that's laying fucking wood like that.
Yeah.
I mean, he was having sex with people in the 49ers game.
He's a real football player.
He was having sex with Chris Godwin.
Yeah, for sure.
Game.
I mean, and Godwin was not having a good time.
We're getting demonetized.
I think you have to bring him back. Like I said, that he's a Dan Quinn dude 100%. I mean, I know he was here prior to DC.
Bringing him back before I bring
DQ,
Dak back.
But anybody put a 12 pack on it that Dono's coming back? Pussies, got it. Fucking soft.
I want him back.
Okay. Terrence Steele.
Yes, 100%.
You don't think he's getting priced out of Dallas?
He's restricted. Dallas can.
Oh, right. They
can tender a draft pick.
A draft pick to him. Yeah, but what is the? Yeah, you don't think teams are going to pay for a lineman, aren't they? A tackle, especially.
A first-round pick on him, so that means he'll get a certain amount of money.
Right. That's okay. That's a good. Yeah, that's a good point, Stash. Okay, you're right.
I think they bring back Steele either way. I mean, he's proven to be a
they top
tier run blocking right tackle, and I would like to believe his pass blocking is just going to kind of come along with that. So.
No, they were 100. Their run game went downhill when he came out, which
significant.
It's another one where it's to start the year where I would not have said I would have re-signed him, but he deserves an extension.
Well, Joe Philbin, was the coach. So that's all I'm saying.
We'll see. We'll have to see who gets how it goes next year. And then Rico Dowdle. I don't know.
You don't even worry about it. He's not going anywhere.
Free agent, fucking inserted there. Okay. Anything to add or take away from that? Questions, comments, concerns?
There's going to be a nice roster shape up.
I will add a question.
Sure.
And I think I know the answer.
No.
You do not cut. Do you cut Zeke Elliott? Or do you cut Zeke Elliott? Do you leave his contract be, or do you restructure his contract so he takes a pay cut?
There's in my opinion, there's only one answer to this. The dead money is. Give me a second.
I know it's a lot better this year, upcoming year, than it was previously, obviously, because he's.
So if you cut him pre-June 1, there's dead cap of 11 million, but if you designate him as a post-June 1, it's only 4 million.
Is it over 2 years or two? Like, can they split it or some shit?
No data.
A second.
Only reason I don't have an answer immediately is because what does the rest of the team look like if they have to bring him back? Like, who does he if they keep him, like, because he already said he'd stay with Dallas on a reduced contract, so Dallas knows that.
I gave you the wrong number. If you cut him post June 1st, you save $11 million.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think there's any answer other than cut him. He's not an effective back anymore. He's not efficient. He's not explosive. His vision is very clearly not the same as what it used to be, unfortunately. I'm sure there's contributing factors to that, like the offensive line. I mean, why have him take a pay cut when you can have, again, undrafted free agent inserted here, or third round pick inserted here? I think this is dumb. Cut him. I I don't know. What
Yeah, I
value
mean,
does he bring to your
I'm okay.
team?
I'm okay with moving on from him. I'm selling me on the fact that the Joneses are willing to move on from him. That I don't. That's what that would be. I'd be unsure about that. I guess if they would do it.
They
Yeah.
cut Des Bryant. They
Yeah.
cut Tony Romo.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Romo. I mean, he couldn't play anymore at all. I mean, I'm not saying that Zeke could play, but I mean, still dressing him.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean, they 100%. They cannot make him take a pay cut. He cannot be here. He's got to go.
I'm okay with it. I don't like it. Like that hurts me, but yeah,
if
time to
he's
go.
here, they're gonna give him snaps, and he's just not. It's not cannot. He's not good anymore. Unfortunately,
Wear and tear from Garrett. It's all Garrett's fault. Really think about it, because he could have been playing Pollard more earlier on, and then maybe Zeke's feeling really good about himself right now because he's not getting devastated.
Probably not.
that was a rough offseason for Dallas. They gave out some piss poor contracts that offseason.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, just think. Ezekiel Elliott's last play as a Cowboy, he was getting fucked on by I don't know, whoever the fuck knocked him over at center.
Just think about this. Jalen Smith played his whole year in the Giants.
So what?
Just bop on them.
I mean, they made it as far as the Cowboys, so
Oh my God, because of Jalen Smith.
he was a contributing factor.
Okay. Why didn't we should have kept him? We should have kept him here.
I didn't cut him.
Okay, fair enough.
Anything else there, Stash?
No, that's all I had. I was just seeing if we were on the same page or not.
Okay.
So.
All right. We'll wrap it up there. That'll conclude our pretty generic free agent discussion from what for the Cowboys are dealing with here on their current roster. I'm sure we'll come back at it as they officially cut these guys, re-sign them,
Yeah.
Whatever it is, and we'll be here with the data.
I think we're gonna have more episodes in the offseason than we did during the season.
Yeah, probably. It's a good chance of that.
Could be.
Stay tuned. See you guys next time.